Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. গৌরাঙ্গ বলিতে হবে পুলকাশরীরা, হরি হরি বলিতে নয়নে বাবে নীর। আর কবে নিতাই চন্দের করুণা হইবে, সংসার বাসনা মন কবে তুচ্ছ হবে। বিষয় ছড়িয়া কবে শুদ্ধ হবে মন, কবে হাম হেরব শ্রী বৃন্দাবন। রূপ রঘুনাথ পদে হইবে আকুতি, কবে হাম বুঝব সে যুগল প্রীতি। রূপ রঘুনাথ পদে রাহু মোরয়া, প্রার্থনা করো এ সদা নরোত্তম দাস। Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari Jaya Nitai Jaya Gaur Jaya Nitai Jaya Gaur Jaya Nitai Jaya Gaur Jaya Nitai Jaya Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurun Dinataranam Vansha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahabhadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Trise Namaha Nityanandam Namastubhyam Premananda Pradayane Kalo Kalamashanashaya Janava Pataye Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavachai Namo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Radha Vinod Vihari Jiu Ki Jai Radha Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Jiu Ki Jai Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhava Jiu Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai Sachinandan Gaurahari Ki Jai Shri Nityananda Mahajan Ki Jai Shri Panchatattva Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Samagata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Prem Anande Hari Hari Bol. First of all, I'm offering my unlimited Dandavat Pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my most worshipable beloved Gurudev Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Asto Tarasata Sri Shila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Then I'm offering my same unlimited Dandavat Pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my most worshipable beloved Siksha Gurudevs Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Statarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj and Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Astatarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. I offer my Dandavat Pranams at the lotus feet of all of my Sri Sri Rupanuga Guru Varga, my Siksha Guru Varga, and I offer my Dandavat Pranams to all the Vaishnavas and to all the Vaishnavis. So on our Vaishnava calendar, the day after tomorrow, today is Friday the 2nd, and the day after tomorrow is Sunday the 4th. On that day will be the transcendental, the anniversary of the disappearance day of my beloved Siksha Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. That will be the 37th year after his disappearance, 37 years. So today, I want to discuss his glories to some extent, and also I want to complete some more reading of the chapter of Sri Chaitanya Charitamritam that we have been reading, chapter 15 of the Madhya Lila. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was speaking with his devotees after the Rath Yatra festival. Mahaprabhu was exchanging loving affection with them and glorifying them also, glorifying his eternal bhaktas. And he was talking with the residents who came from here, from Bengal, and they came from the village of Kulia. But 500 years ago, the village of Kulia was this place where we are now, which is called the town of Navadvip Dham. But it was considered at that time, this area was called Kulia. And from this village, many of Mahaprabhu's eternal associates, they lived here, and they would walk from here to Jagannath Puri to be with Mahaprabhu every year. And so Mahaprabhu was glorifying the village, and he was also glorifying a very famous personality who was from this village. And his name was Gunaraj Khan, Kulingram. And it was discussed how he wrote one book. He compiled a book that was named Sri Krishna Vijay. And in that book, there was one sentence that Mahaprabhu appreciated very much. One sentence that Mahaprabhu appreciated very much, which was revealing the author, Gunaraj Khan, what kind of ecstatic love he had for Krishna. And then Mahaprabhu quoted that line from Gunaraj Khan, which told, Nanda Nandan Krishna more prananath. Nanda Nandan Krishna more prananath. So what does that mean? This means the prananath. Pran means what? Your life heirs. Pran, your life. And nath means what? Lord. The Lord of my life. My prananath. Srimati Radhika would often say this about Krishna. My prananath. And Krishna would say about her, my prana priyatama, my most beloved of my very life. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was pointing out that in this book, Sri Krishna Vijay, the author wrote one line that revealed his mood towards Krishna. But which Krishna? Nandanandan Krishna. Who is Nandanandan Krishna? What does that mean? Nandanandan. You know? The meaning of Nandanandan.
I know.
I know you know. I'm looking also at others. Do you know? Nandanandan. You don't know. What does the word Nandan mean? Nandan. It means the son. So Nanda Nandan means the son of who? Of Nanda Maharaj, Who is Nanda Maharaj?
Nitya Parikar.
Who is he?
Nitya Parikar.
Who is he?
Father of Krishna.
Yes, thank you. Krishna's father. Krishna, the absolute truth, has a father. His name is Nanda Maharaj. Is that his eternal father? Is there any one other than Nanda Maharaj who is the father of Krishna? No, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Try to understand the Siddhanta.
He means
I understand what he means, but he is wrong. Which Krishna are we talking about? This is the point. When Krishna is identified as Nandanandan, as all the gopis call him, they call him Nandanandan. All the Vrindavan, Brijbasi residents, they call Krishna Nandanandan. All. Oh, that son of Nanda. That's how you're identified. Even in this material world, especially in Russian language, you're identified by your father's name. Isn't it true? In any of the cultures of the world, usually it's your surname. That means the last name of your father is also your name. But in Russian, I understand that the middle name also indicates that's where they put the father's actual name. But the father's surname is also used. You see? Okay? So, from time immemorial, and if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, you read the whole Srimad Bhagavatam, you will find hundreds and hundreds of different descriptions of the family lineages of different kings. How their son was named this, then his son is named this. This is how jivas are identified, by their father's name. But they're also identified by their mother's name. And when Krishna is in Braja, how do all the residents of Brijbasis, how do they know Krishna? Huh? Yashodanandan? Yes? Yashodanandan, son of Yashoda. Huh? Krishna is also called Nanda Dulal. Dulala means young little boy. The little boy of Nanda. Nanda Dulal. Yashoda Dulal. There are many, many names. You know, there's a song. You don't know it as well as we do, who went on Braj Mandala Parikrama many, 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 many years. And every single day during Kartik, we sing the songs. We sing 3. Damodar Ashtakam, because Kartik month is the month of Damodar. It is also called, on the calendar, it is Damodar month. So during that month, the famous pastime of Krishna as Damodar. What does Damodar mean? Huh?
Who bounded of...
Break down the word. Dam, Udara. Dama, Udara. What do the 2 words mean?
This bound of belt, special...
What is bound? What is being bound?
Mother bounded.
What? Not who. What is being bound by the rope?
Lord was bounded. Lord was bounded. Damodar.
The what was bound? What?
West.
What's it called in Sanskrit? This area.
West.
Udar.
Udar.
Udar means your belly. Your belly. And Dhamma means rope. Krishna's name is Damodar, which means he whose belly was tied by a rope. But who tied that rope? Mother Yashoda. No one else could tie a rope around Krishna. No one. So, all these different names are referring to only one Krishna, not another Krishna, not who is mentioned in 10th canto as being the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. That is a different Krishna. He's not the same Krishna. Krishna, the son of Nanda, Krishna, the son of Mother Yashoda, is the eternal, supreme, absolute truth. And all other forms of Krishna, all other incarnations, are emanations from Him. They are subordinate to Him. But the beauty of Krishna's pastimes is that He's a tiny little boy, even a baby, and He exchanges this loving, sweet affection with the Brijabasis, who all see Him crawling in the dirt, holding onto the tail of a calf and being dragged in the dirt. They see all the playful, sweet pastimes of Krishna as a baby, as a little toddler, growing up as a young boy, herding the cows. These are the meditations of the eternal associates of Krishna, Radha and Krishna in Braj, you see. And they are His own people. They're called His Nija Jana. Nija means His own. Nija Jan, His very own eternal personalities. They're His associates. We do not even see them and refer to them as the bhaktas of Krishna. Why? Once time Srila Narayan Maharaj told us, oh, Mother Yashoda is the bhakta of Krishna. No, no. No, no. These associates of Krishna are not called bhaktas. They're called Nija Jana. They're His own people. His own people. His most intimate associates. And their relationship with Krishna is eternal. And that relationship with Krishna, there is no other form that they worship. Only Nandanandan Krishna. Only Yashodanandan Krishna. So this person here, who Mahaprabhu is telling about, Gunaraj Khan, in his book, he mentioned the following line: Nandanandan Krishna, more prananath. What does that mean? The son of Nanda Maharaj, Krishna. He is my Lord of my life. Mahaprabhu liked this so much that he expressed that. Why? Why did Mahaprabhu like that statement from him so much? Do you know the reason why? Why?
Because he is mood of Srimati Radharani.
Yes, and that's Srimati Radharani's mood. Is Krishna, the son of Maharaj Nanda, is my prananath, no one else. You know the 8th shloka of Sikshastakam?
Yes.
8th shloka of Sikshastakam?
I know.
Do you know? Gauranga, can you tell? You,
Tanama Ruka.
of Sikshastakam. Not Upadesham Rita. Sikshastakam, 8th shloka.
I know.
I will wait until you say. I'm not going to give you any hints at all. If I gave you one hint, then you would know. Why are you looking on your phone? You're trying to find the Sikshastakam and cheat? No, you cannot cheat. Now I'm asking you, who knows it? The 8th slok. Sikshastakam. First slok is Chaito Darpanamarjanam. Second slok is what? Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. Third slok. There you go. Okay. Thank you. Now tell the whole sloka. You can't tell? Pinashtu. Yata tata va vidadhatu lampato. Then the last line.
Matprana.
Say the line, whole line.
Matprana nadhastusa eva napara.
Matprana nathas tu sa eva naparaha. Here's the word what? Prananath. Who's speaking this shloka, this 8th shloka of Sikshastakam? Who is speaking it?
Himself, Chaitanya.
What?
Gauranga himself.
No, but actually Gauranga's speaking of this 8th shloka. Who is really speaking it? Yes. 8th shloka is expressed by Srimati Radharani. It is the highest mood, the highest love of Krishna. And there she said, I have no other Lord, no other worshipful Lord than this person. Ashlishyava padaritam pinashtumam. What's the meaning of the first line? See, because you're not learning the words and the meaning of the words, therefore you can't know. You have to study the meaning of the words. Then you know the shloka. Yeah, but tell what it means. Ashlishyava padaratam pinashtumam. Ashlishya means he may embrace me, or padaratam pinashtumam. He may trample me. That means he may step on me on the ground. Either he may embrace me or he may step on me. Padaratam pinashtumam. Then he says, Adarshanan marmahatam korotuva. Or he may make my heart broken. Marmahatam means to break my heart.
Darshanan is not.
Adarshanan.
It means
Not being able to see him. He may make me broken-hearted by not being present before me. Yata tata va vidadhatu lampato. Here she is expressing he may do whatever he desires. Yata tata va vidadhatu lampato. And she uses the word lampat. Lampat also means cheater. Lampat. He is free to do anything. But what? Matprananatas tu saeva naparaha. Tu saeva naparaha means there is no other. no one else. Tu sa eva na paraha. There is no one else other than him who is my prana nath. The prana nath, the Lord of my life. So Krishna, he appeared in this age as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with the golden color and the moods of Srimati Radhika in order to understand and experience her praying. So when Mahaprabhu is telling this about Gunaraj Khan and what Gunaraj Khan told, that he said, Nanda Nandan Krishna more prananath. Mahaprabhu liked that very much. He liked this statement of Gunaraj Khan that the son of Nanda Maharaj, that Krishna, is my Lord of my life. Mahaprabhu liked that very much. And then, because Gunaraj Khan wrote that in his book, then Mahaprabhu explained here that this sentence, this statement of Gunaraj Khan, what has it done for me? He says, I have been sold like a slave in a marketplace. A person becomes sold. He says, I have been sold into whose hands? Into the hands of the descendants of Gunaraj Khan. Because Mahaprabhu is talking to the descendants of Gunaraj Khan, who come from this village. And he is glorifying this famous personality, Gunaraj Khan, who wrote the famous book, Krishna Vijay, who said, Nanda Nandan Krishna more prananath. So, Mahaprabhu liked that so much that he said, because he said this, because Gunaraj Khan expressed this mood, now I am sold to all of his descendants. I have been completely purchased. Do you understand? You understand this correctly in Russian language? That I have been sold to his descendants?
Main reason why he is sold. And I think because he wrote a book.
But what does it mean? Yeah, I've just explained that again and again and again, about 3 times already. But what does it mean that Mahaprabhu is saying, I am sold into the hands of his descendants? What does descendants mean? Do you know?
Потомки.
What?
Потомки.
The
Before him.
the people, no, after him. They've descended from him, his descendants.
His relatives.
So who is Mahaprabhu speaking to here? The village of Kulina and the descendants of Gunaraj Khan. Do you understand? Do you understand?
85%.
Well, explain then what you understand.
Получается, он был отправлен. Я уже забыл.
Скажи, я переведу.
Now I can tell.
No, tell it in Russian language. In Russian language, go ahead and say.
Even in Russian.
Can you say it?
Так как Кришна Чайтанья встретил потомков вот этого хана Гарираджа,
Gunaraj Khan.
Этот Гунарадж Хан, он написал очень возвышенную книгу, Кришна Виджая называется. И, соответственно, Кришна говорит, что я теперь как бы ваш, я продан вам. Теперь как бы я в долгу перед вами, перед всеми этими потомками, которые которые являются вот, родственники Гунараджа Хана, я теперь перед вами в долгу теперь на вечном. Из-за того, что он написал, видимо, эту книгу, я так понимаю.
What did he write? What's the sentence that he wrote?
He wrote Krishna Vijaya.
The sentence.
Текст какой он написал?
Not the book. The sentence in the book that Mahaprabhu said.
Krishna Nandana Prana Mora
Prana. Prananath. Yeah. Explain the meaning of that.
Кришна является властелином моей жизни. Кришна Нанда властелин моей жизни. Владыка. Lord.
And then after that he said, what? That I have been sold into the hands of who? Huh?
Descendants of Gunaradj Khan.
Descends.
Yeah, I've been sold into their hands. Why? Why is he telling this?
is very, very dear with all his relatives, very dear to Krishna. Even dogs very dear.
Yeah,
Even dogs in this village very dear.
yeah. So I have become sold into the hands of the descendants. And who is Mahaprabhu speaking directly to there in Jagannath Puri, in his assembly?
It is who lives in this village.
Which village?
Guru Ram
Kulina. Kulina.
Kulina.
That's the name of the village.
Yes.
And Mahaprabhu is telling that. Okay? And then Mahaprabhu also said that what to speak of the human beings who are living in the village, even the dogs that are living in that village are so dear to me, Mahaprabhu said. So, now, after Mahaprabhu said that, then there were two devotees who are from that village, and they wanted to question Mahaprabhu. So they submitted their question at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What were the names of these two devotees? Ramananda Vasu and Satyaraj Khan. Satyaraj Khan. The famous person is Gunaraj Khan, but this devotee is Satyaraj Khan. So he's coming down in the same family line, Khan. And Ramananda Vasu. Ramananda Vasu. You can say his name. Ramananda
Ramananda
Vasu. Vasu. Ramananda Vasu.
Ramananda Vas.
Ramananda Vasu. And
Satyaraj.
Satyaraj Khan. Khan. Satyaraj Khan. Satyaraj Khan. Ramananda Vasu E. Satyaraj Khan. Okay? Now, Satyaraj Khan asked this question to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is a very important discussion. Guru Dev has it in his Ratha Yatra book. Okay? So, Satyaraj Khan, they are coming from the village and they are in household life. So, Satyaraj Khan is saying, I am a Grihastha. I'm also a materialistic person, Vishayi. Understand? He's telling, I'm a Grihastha, and I'm a householder, and I'm a materialistic man. I'm a Vishayi. Ki mor sadhane. He says, I don't actually know what the process how I can advance in my spiritual life. So I am submitting myself unto your lotus feet, my Lord. And I'm requesting you to give me instruction. Understand? Of course, these are perfect personalities, but they're very humble. And they don't feel like they are perfect personalities. But actually, he's perfected. He's an eternal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he's asking this humble question. I'm a Grihastha. You know that most of the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were Grihasthas. Most of them. Very few of them were renunciates. They were all Grihasthas. Srivas Thakur, Advaita Acharya, and all the Chandrasekhar Acharya, all the disciples of Mahaprabhu and his associates, they were mainly Grihasthas. Mahaprabhu himself was a Grihastha in the beginning of his life until he was 24 years old. Then he took sannyas. So now he's telling, Satyaraj Khan is saying, I don't know, because I'm a materialistic householder, so I don't actually know what is the process to advance in my spiritual life. So please, I'm bowing at your lotus feet. You please give me instruction. You give me your orders. So now is the answer of Mahaprabhu, and this is very important. Это очень, what is it, важный. Это очень важный, что Махапрабху сказал. Очень важный. Prabhu Kohen Krishna Seva, Vaishnava Sevan, Nirantara Koro Krishna Nam Samkirtan. So, what did he tell? Prabhu Kohen. That means, Prabhu means Mahaprabhu. Prabhu Kohen means he spoke. Mahaprabhu spoke. He said 3 different instructions. First instruction, Krishna Seva. Because, these householders are now going back. They're going to be 8 months in their village until they come the next year. And they will spend 4 months with Mahaprabhu, and they will live in their village for 8 months without Mahaprabhu. So they're asking Mahaprabhu, what should we do? We're householders. How should we live our life? How should we live our life? What should we do? How should we behave in our life so that we can advance spiritually? So the first thing Mahaprabhu said is Krishna Seva. What does that mean? Serve Krishna. Do Krishna Seva. Do service to Krishna. Second thing Mahaprabhu said, number 2, Vaishnava Seva. Vaishnav Sevan. Serve the Vaishnavas. And the third instruction, Triyati, Nirantara Koro Krishna Nam Samkirtan. Nirantara Koro Krishna Nam Samkirtan. That means constantly, without cessation, without stopping, continuously, chant the holy name of Krishna. 3 instructions. Did you hear just now what those 3 instructions are? Did you hear? Huh? Now tell me, what are those 3 instructions? Krishna Seva. Do you know? Just tell.
Krishna Seva, Vaishnava Seva, and the non-stop chant.
Nirantara.
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 That means without stopping.
Without stopping.
Krishna Nam Samkirtan.
Кришна Нама Санкиртан.
Chant the holy name of Krishna. These three things. Is that clear? Is that difficult to understand? No? Mahaprabhu is giving this instruction for all. He says, serve Krishna, do Krishna Seva. He says, do Vaishnava Seva. Vaishnavas, you serve the Vaishnavas. And Krishna Nam Nirantara, Nam Samkirtan. Always, always chant Krishna's holy names. Simple, 3 instructions. Now, so then, when Satyaraj Khan, when he heard this answer from Mahaprabhu, he wanted to clarify more so that he could understand how to follow that instruction. So what question did he ask? He asked, Vaishnav Chinima Kemone. That means, how can I recognize that who is a Vaishnava? How can I recognize who is a Vaishnava? Because you're telling me to serve Vaishnavas, so how can I understand this is a Vaishnava, this is not a Vaishnava? He's asking that question. He said, what is a Vaishnava? What is a Vaishnava? How can I recognize Vaishnava? What are his symptoms? Samanya Lakshane. That means the general symptoms of a Vaishnava. How can I know that someone is a Vaishnava? So what is Satyaraj Khan asking?
What the symptoms of Vaishnava?
How can I recognize? How can I know when I see someone he's a Vaishnava? How can I know?
Vaishnava ke?
How can I know whether he's a Vaishnava or whether he's not a Vaishnava? How can I know? What are his symptoms? Now you should know that this question, same question, was asked by Satyaraj Khan 3 years in a row. Each time that the devotees came from Bengal to Puri, and each year when Mahaprabhu was bidding them farewell, he asked the same question 3 times. And each time, 3 years in a row, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu answered it differently. You don't know this, huh? You haven't read this. Yes? Mahaprabhu answered this question differently each time. Who is a Vaishnava? How can I recognize a Vaishnava? Because are there different levels of Vaishnavas? Huh? Are there different levels of Vaishnavas?
He explained 3 times because 3 levels.
Yes. That's okay. But my question is, are there different levels of Vaishnavas? Or are all Vaishnavas on the same level? Huh? What do you think?
Kanishta, Uttama, Madhyam, 3 levels of
Yeah, that's general. Because he's asking, how can I recognize a Vaishnava? So the first year that he asked the question, which is this time, what we're reading, Mahaprabhu answered in terms of recognizing who is a Kanishta. What are his symptoms? Second year, who is a Madhyam? What are his symptoms? And the third year, who is an Uttam Vaishnava, what are his symptoms? So, now here's Mahaprabhu's answer. Prabhu kohe jar muke shuni ek bar, Krishna naam se puja shreshta shabakar. Prabhu kohe jar muke shuni ek bar. That person from whose muke means mouth. Jar muke shuni ek bar Krishna naam. That person from whom you hear coming from his mouth even one time the name of Krishna. Se puja. That means he is worshipable. Shreshta sabakar. He's the best amongst all the human beings. That person from whom you hear Krishna coming from his mouth. Now Mahaprabhu is telling. Now in this purport, to explain this purport, it's very important to listen carefully. It's very important to listen carefully what Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying to understand this answer from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying that a person who simply chants the holy name of Krishna once, that person becomes perfect, and he should be regarded as a Vaishnava. Now, Prabhupada is going on, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is telling that Srila Rupa Goswami has written in his book, the Sri Upadeshamrita. Which verse? Verse 5. Krishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta dikshesti chatpriyat. Yeah, I have to think. So he's saying, Krishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta. What does that mean? Rupa Goswami is describing the position of a Kanishta Vaishnava. And he's saying that when someone chants the holy name of Krishna with faith, that he has faith, he has Shraddha, and he chants the holy name of Krishna. So, with that kind of faith in the holy name, then that person can begin his life of Krishna consciousness. His life of Krishna consciousness. He can begin. But an ordinary person, he cannot chant the holy name of Krishna with such faith. Understand? Some ordinary person. If you're on the streets of Russia or any other country and you're meeting people trying to give them a book about Krishna, and then you tell the person, can you say Krishna? Can you say that? And the person will, okay, Krishna. You understand? He'll repeat. That doesn't mean what is being told here. But it's good for him because it's a kind of namabhas. But he's not aware. He doesn't know the meaning of Krishna, nothing. But he gets benefit. That happened to me. So, but I had some faith. You know that. I actually had faith when I started to chant the words Hare Krishna. I actually had faith that this is something very important. That this is a transcendental sound vibration. Yes. So this is something special, something spiritual. I had faith in that because the card said, please chant this transcendental sound. That's all I knew. But what Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is saying, that an ordinary person, they cannot chant the holy name of Krishna with such faith. So, what does it mean to have some faith in the holy name of Krishna? It means that one should accept the holy name of Krishna to be what? Completely identical with Krishna himself. This name, the sound Krishna, is Krishna himself. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And what is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? He's completely transcendental to this world. He's the Supreme Absolute Truth. So, that this is the meaning of faith, that one chants Krishna, Hare Krishna, with this understanding and this faith, that actually this name, this sound vibration is non-different than Krishna himself. Identical with Krishna. What else? This Vaishnava, even though he's Kanishta, he understands the statements of the Shastras, like Padma Purana. In the Padma Purana there's a beautiful verse that Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. What does that mean? That means that the name of Krishna is like a Chintamani jewel. A Chintamani jewel. That if this name of Krishna touches anyone, it will be turned to gold. So the name of Krishna is like that, and it's actually identical with Krishna. It is Krishna. The sound, Krishna, is Krishna. Someone who becomes a Vaishnava, a Kanishta Vaishnava, they have firm belief and faith that this is a truth. And they begin to chant the name of Krishna with this kind of faith. And then gradually, over time, Krishna's name will change that person into a pure devotee. Now, what else do they understand? They understand that the name of Krishna is actually, Krishna is personified in the sound vibration. That sound vibration is actually Krishna. They have faith in this. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. He is Krishna. That sound is Krishna. A Kanishta can believe that. He can have faith in that. A Madhyam is tasting and experiencing that. And Uttam has fully realized that. But even in the beginning stages, can have faith, this is Krishna, and respect the name of Krishna. So, because that sound of Krishna is actually Krishna himself, that means that Krishna has become the sound vibration. He is the sound. He's non-different than the sound Krishna. And therefore, that sound vibration is completely, perfectly transcendental. It is transcendental. It's not of the material world. It is not of the material world. And that name of Krishna is also eternally liberated. That sound vibration is not of this world. It's of the spiritual world. It is eternally mukti, liberated, that sound. So in this way, one should understand that the name of Krishna and Krishna himself, they're identical, completely identical. And one should continue to chant the name of Krishna with this kind of belief, this kind of faith. You should continue to chant always the holy name of Krishna. So, now, continuing with this explanation, when a devotee is situated on the beginning stage, okay, beginning level devotee, neophyte. What do you call neophyte in Russian?
Neophyte, neophyte. We call neophyte.
Neophyte?
Neophyte.
Neophyte?
Нет, ну даже на
Нео.
русском спрашивают, они перефразировали на
Так мы на русском так говорим неофиту.
Ну а что это значит?
Neophil.
Yes, he's beginner.
Yeah, so it comes from the same word. Neophyte. Neophil. What? Neophyte.
No,
Neophyte.
usually most devotees doesn't understand the meaning, they just repeat neophyte, that's all.
Oh,
We
neophyte.
don't use
I see. It's the same word, but they just say it in the Russian accent. Okay, I understand. Now, когда devotee, neophyte level. So, that devotee who is on that neophyte level, he cannot understand the pure devotee and how someone is a very elevated pure devotee. He cannot understand. But when that neophyte devotee, when he begins to engage in devotional service, especially in what? Deity worship. Worshipping Thakurji, the deity, to do archan to the deity, to attend the artik, to offer articles to the Lord. When he begins to do that, yes, and he begins to follow the orders of the spiritual master. He begins to follow the orders of the spiritual master. Then what takes place? Then gradually that devotee, he becomes a pure devotee. By this process, he becomes a pure devotee. So, here, now Srila Prabhupada is saying that anyone, any person, they can take advantage of this, of hearing about Krishna. They can take advantage of hearing about Krishna from who? Yes, Krishna consciousness, they can listen to a devotee. They can hear about Krishna consciousness from a devotee of Krishna. And then gradually they can become purified. Yes? Gradually they can become purified. So, this explanation is culminating in the understanding that any devotee who believes that the holy name of the Lord is actually identical with the Lord, if someone has this understanding, then that person is called a pure devotee. Okay? That person is called a pure devotee. And even though that person may be in the neophyte stage, neophyte again, they're in that stage, they're not any very, very advanced stage. They're in the neophyte stage. So, but because they believe that the holy name of the Lord is non-different than Krishna himself, then they're considered to be a pure devotee, even in the Kanishta level. It's very important to understand. And by the association of that devotee, what happens? Others who associate with that devotee, they can also become Vaishnavas. Now, was this proven? Was this principle proven? Millions of times. When Prabhupada came to America, were there any devotees? Huh? Were there any devotees of Krishna? Did any of them understand the meaning of Hare Krishna? No. But by his association, gradually, they became devotees. Then by their association, they went, started temples. People who came to the temple, they became devotees. And then those persons started other temple and they became devotees. So that's proven, fact. That when devotees are under the guidance of a spiritual master, and they have this faith that the name of Krishna is actually Krishna himself, when they go to preach under the direction of the spiritual master and others hear from them, they become attracted and they become devotees. So now, further explanation. One who is known as a materialistic devotee, right? A materialistic devotee, if he simply worships the deity, if he worships Thakurji, if he worships the deity, but he has faith that this deity is Krishna himself, Krishna is coming in this form. But if that person has faith in worshipping the deity of Krishna, but he does not show proper respect to the devotees and also to other persons, then it is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam that Nadbhakteshu Chanyeshu. It is stated there in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto. This is the definition of a kanishta. Archayam eva haraye pujam yak shraddhaye hate. Natad bhakteshu chanyeshu sa bhakta prakrita smritaha. So, even by associating with such a neophyte devotee, another person can become a devotee. So, even though the definition of a neophyte devotee in the Kanishta level is that he has great faith in the deity of the Lord, but he doesn't know how to recognize and how to respect Vaishnavas. Yes, this is a very big problem. When neophyte devotees, they do not recognize what is the level of a Vaishnava, especially very senior, very learned, very advanced, and they don't respect them properly. So what happens? Vaishnava Parat comes. So this is the definition that yes, they have Shraddha. Pujam yah shraddhaye hate. They have Shraddha in worshipping the Lord in the temple. But then, they cannot recognize the Vaishnavas. Their vision has not developed. You know? Therefore, because they cannot recognize the Vaishnavas, they don't know how to offer proper respect to the Vaishnavas. Understand? Respect. Now, when Mahaprabhu was speaking with Srila Sanatana Goswami in those teachings in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya chapter 22. So here, now Mahaprabhu was also identifying the qualities and the symptoms of neophyte devotees, of Madhyam devotees, of Uttam devotees. He was explaining all of that. Here's the verses. that Mahaprabhu spoke. Shraddhavan jana hoy, bhakti adhikari, uttam madhyam kanishta shraddha anusari. Jahara komala shraddha se kanishta jan, krame krame teho bhakta hoy be uttam. Rati prem taratamye bhakta taratam. So, here's the meaning. That a person who has attained Shraddha, real faith, he has attained Shraddha, firm faith, then Hoy Bhakti Adhikari. That means that now he has the adhikar. Now he has the qualification for bhakti. He is a candidate. He can gradually become advanced. He can advance. So, what are the stages? According to the advancement of faith, then there is the first class, the second class, and the third class, the neophyte devotees. So one has to have a preliminary faith. This is required. Preliminary. In the beginning, one has to have some faith. Then he can be called a Kanishta Adhikari or a neophyte devotee. Yes. So, the neophyte devotee, he can become an advanced devotee if he does what? How can the neophyte devotee become an advanced devotee? He can become an advanced devotee if he strictly follows the regulative principles which are given in the Shastras and by the spiritual master. Then he can become an advanced devotee. This is the process. So, therefore, and Mahaprabhu is telling this, therefore, it is on the basis of faith, Shraddha, and also attachment to Krishna. These two things, how much faith someone has and how much attachment someone has to Krishna, you can judge on the principle of these two symptoms. Who is a Madhyam Adhikari and who is a Uttam Adhikari. It is on the basis of this. How much attached to Krishna. How much they are strong faith. Because the Uttam, he has the topmost faith. He has the topmost attachment to Krishna. Madhyam also has some. So gradually, the neophyte devotee can advance step by step. And by that step-by-step advancement, they can make progress in Shraddha and in love of Krishna, becoming attached to Krishna. So the conclusion is the last paragraph of this discussion, of this purport, that what is the conclusion? Conclusion is that even a neophyte devotee, it means Kanishta, he is superior, very superior to two categories of human beings, the Karmi and the Jnani. Even a neophyte devotee is superior to them. Yes, by far. Why? Because he has full faith in chanting the holy name of the Lord. Yes. He has full faith in chanting Krishna Nam. So he is superior to the Karmis, he is superior to the Jnanis, although he is a Kanishta Vaishnava. And then, what is the nature of the Karmi or the Jnani? Even if they're very big Karmi, or they're a very high level Jnani, but they have no faith in Lord Vishnu. No, they have no faith. They're no faith. They don't have faith in Lord Vishnu, they don't have faith in the holy name of Vishnu, and they don't have faith in devotional service to Vishnu, bhakti. So that's why a neophyte devotee is far superior to any Karmi or Jnani. Now, if a person may be advanced in religion, religiously, they may be a dharmic person. They follow a certain dharma. But if those persons are not trained in bhakti, if they're not trained in devotional service, those karmis and jnanis, or that religious person, then he has very little credit on the transcendental platform. He has not come to the transcendental level. He's still on the material level. Although he's dharmic, he follows some religious principles, but he has very little credit on the transcendental platform. He has not become transcendental yet. Karmi jnani, religious person. But what about the devotee? Even a neophyte devotee who is engaged in worshiping the deity in accordance with the regulations that are given by the spiritual master, that person is in a position completely superior to the fruitive worker, karmi, and to the jnani, the speculative philosopher, that neophyte devotee. So have you understood this point? Have you understood this point now? That has been nicely explained here in the purport. Panimayatya. Yes. He is superior. The neophyte devotee, beginning level devotee, is superior to a very experienced fruitive worker, karmi. You know what a karmi is? What is a karmi?
Тот, кто наслаждается плодами своего труда.
He what?
Who enjoyed his activities, fruit activities.
Which means what? Sense gratification, huh? Sense gratification? Yes? He's enjoying sense gratification. He's superior. That person, the karmi, is self-centered. He wants to serve his own senses, his own sense gratification. You see? That is the nature of a non-devotee. He's a karmi. He may even worship demigods. There are so many millions of people here in India who worship demigods, especially in Bengal. But all over India, people in the Hindu religion, they like to worship demigods. Why? Is that bhakti? What is it? It's karma. It's karma. Why? Why do they worship demigods? What do they want from the demigods?
Maybe paradise planets.
Huh?
Maybe they want to reach paradise planets.
Heavenly planets.
Heavenly planets.
Yeah, not maybe. That's their goal. They want to go to heaven. What does a Christian want? What does a Christian want? They want to go to heaven.
Yes.
What does a Muslim want?
Same.
They want to go to heaven. All the different religions, they have some goal. The afterlife, okay? So in the Vedic religion, in the Vedic literature, there are also many descriptions given there how to worship demigods. Why? Because the Vedic knowledge is for all levels of human society. So those who are on the lower level, they want to get sense gratification by doing their religion. You know? Srila Prabhupada used to point out, what is the prayer that the Christians pray? I know it because I was brought up as a Christian. The Lord's Prayer. Our Father, you are in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. That's really good. Your name is holy. Although they don't know his name. But your name is holy. Thy kingdom come. That means, may I come to your kingdom, your spiritual abode. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So wherever, in heaven or on earth, the desire and the will of God will happen. It should be accomplished. They believe this. God's will should be served. As it is in heaven. Then they pray, give us this day, O Lord, what? Our bread, our daily bread. So, Srila Prabhupada, he said, this praying for bread, this is not bhakti, but this is like a father and a son, okay? They see God as father, and father is the one who feeds the child. So this is beginning level relationship with God, that He is the Father, He is the provider for all. So this is good. This is good that someone can recognize that God has given everything. He's made this arrangement for all of us to eat. This is a realization of God in food. It's called anamoy, that you understand God in the form of food. You know? So, give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our sins. Just like we forgive others for their sins, so you, God, please forgive us for our trespasses, our sins. Forgive us our trespasses, trespass against us. And please, God, do not lead us into temptation. You know that? Don't lead us into temptation. But please deliver us from what? Evil. Please deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, thine is the power, and thine is the glory. The kingdom, the power, and the glory are yours, O God, forever and ever. Amen. This is the prayer Jesus taught. So in this prayer, there's some good, but they have to advance more. So if someone follows that Christian religion, and then they're truly sincere, then when they meet devotees, they'll become devotee. So same way in the Vedic literature, there are methods for advancing in transcendental consciousness. If a person believes in God, like Hindus do, they don't know which one to worship because they like that. They're not highly educated in the Vedic system. They don't have Sadguru and all of that. But they're worshiping. They're worshiping God. Do you know that Srila Prabhupada also explained that even a tribal person, like an African, tribe, they have no real civilized culture or religion. But what do? They believe that nature, natural forces, this is God. This is God. And they fear to nature because nature is so powerful. They understand we are very tiny. We have no strength. When nature comes, it can destroy us at any moment. So this is the beginning of God realization. That's why in the Srimad Bhagavatam, beginning of the second canto, first canto, then second canto. What is the title of the first chapter of the second canto? The first title is The First Step in God Realization. That's the title. The first step in God realization. And what is that first step? To recognize Virat Rupa. To recognize God as the universe. That the universe is God. You see? Virata Rupa. Universal form. And then the second step, second chapter, to recognize that God, that Supreme Lord, is in my heart. So in this way, the second canto begins to tell the different stages of God realization. So, but what Mahaprabhu is telling here in answer to this question, Mahaprabhu is telling that the neophyte devotee, because of his faith, he's actually superior to any of these other karmis or jnanis. He's superior because he has faith, he has shraddha, and he has faith in the name of God. And therefore, he worships the Lord also in the temple, and he's superior to the karmis and the jnanis. So, then Mahaprabhu says to his Vaishnavas, he says, Ek Krishna name kore sarva pap kshoy. Ek Krishna name kore sarva pap kshoy. Nava vidha bhakti purna nam hoite hoy. So here he's telling, simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna even once, just by once, Ek Krishna Nam, Ek, one name of Krishna, Sarva Pap Kshoy, then a person is relieved from all the reactions of his sinful life. All sinful reactions are destroyed, even by one name of Krishna. And then he said, Navavida Bhakti Purna Nam Hoite Hoy. That one can complete the 9 processes of bhakti, Navavidha. Nava means 9. Navavidha Bhakti. The 9 processes of bhakti. How can he accomplish that? The 9 processes of bhakti? Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna. Simply by chanting. So, then, what are these 9 processes? Now, Prabhupada is quoting the Shravanam Kirtanam verse from Prahlad Maharaj, 7th canto, 5th chapter. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam, Sakyam Atma Nivedanam, Iti Pumsarpita Vishnu, Bhaktischain Navalakshana, Kriyeta Bhagavadyadha, Tanmanye Aditam Uttamam. This is Prahlad Maharaj's words. Very authoritative statement. If you want to talk about Krishna, serving Krishna, there are 9 processes. Can you say that verse?
Shravana Kirtan Vishnu Smaran Padasevanu Archana Vandanam Sakyam Atmanivedanam.
Dasyam. You forgot Dasyam. Sakyam Atmanivedanam. You know? Try Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Pada Sevanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atma Nivedanam. Very good. You know it? Oh God. You have a lot of shlokas to learn. This is just basic level. Basic. Just like you go to university, then you have to study the books. You have to learn the books. We're in the University of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We have been given certain books to study. We have to study them. We have to learn them. We should memorize important, prominent shlokas. Otherwise, we're not properly performing our bhakti. This is required. We have to be students. You have to be students. You have to hear the professor in the university. You have to listen to what the professor speaks. Then you have to go home with your books and you have to read them. You have to study them. But I'm telling you, very few devotees do this. Very few. Very few. I know. Because I've been everywhere. 54 years, okay? I know what percentage of devotees actually are studying, actually are learning, actually are applying that. But there are many, many devotees who are very good devotees, and they have strong faith, and they chant Krishna's names, but they have not advanced very well in their study of the Shastras. That means it will be difficult for them to come to the Madhyam platform. Without this, it's impossible. Because how will your Shraddha develop? How will your faith develop if you don't read the Shastras? And you don't really try to take it deeply into your heart. We were trained in this way. We were very lucky when we became devotees. Because everyone in the temple was studying the books, was memorizing the shlokas, ladies or men. And we had a system that you should do this many shlokas. Our Gurudev also explained that in the early period of the Gaudiya Math, right, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, when he started Chaitanya Math, then at that time there was also a school, is still standing there today. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. That school. Who went to that school? Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, when he was a small boy. He went to that school, and many others. And who was kind of overseeing that school and those children? Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. And what would Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj do for the children that would encourage them to learn the shlokas?
Sweet candy.
Yes. In India, sometimes they call it chocolates, or they call it lozenges, hard candies. So, Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj would tell to the students, for each sloka that you learn, you memorize, I will test you, and I'll give you one piece of candy. For each sloka. So Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj was so incredible, even as a young boy. He would memorize at least 10 shlokas and get 10 pieces of candy every day. So that relationship developed. Actually, Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, he always considered, even though he took first initiation, you know that, from Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he got Harinam from him. But his full guru was Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj. All through his whole life. He never identified him that I'm direct disciple of Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Yes. And even one time, there's a whole very beautiful story. Later, when he grew up, and one time, Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj referred to him, said, "Oh, come here, my dear God brother." He was in shock. Srila Vaman Maharaj, he was at that time Sajan Sevak, Brahmachari. And he began to weep and cry. He began to weep. Have you not accepted me as your direct disciple? Are you not my guru? And he was weeping. And then Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj, he said, "Don't worry. You are fully my disciple, not partly." He was very rarely, he barely ever, he would say, "Oh, you're my god brother." Why? Because they're both initiated by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. One is initiated, first initiation, but he is fully initiated. Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj. You see? But Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Sajan Sevak Brahmachari, he never considered that I am a direct disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. this personality, Vinod Bihari Brahmachari, he is my all in all. He is my full guru, fully. You see. So like this, Srila Vaman Maharaj would get many candies from him. And Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, when he grew up later on in his life, he was so incredibly genius scholar, just like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. His memory was so perfect. He could actually remember each and every page that he had ever read in his life, and he could speak it verbatim. Whether it was English, Bengali, Sanskrit, you see, these are not ordinary. Srila Vaman Maharaj was like that. And they used to call him the encyclopedia of the Vedic knowledge, because any question you ask him. Yes, okay, so in this way, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam. These 9 processes, what are they? Shravanam. What is Shravanam? Shto Shravanam. Yes, hearing. Kirtanam, chanting. Smaranam, Smaranam, remembering. Padasevanam. What? Say. Huh?
For example, parikrama.
No. What does the term mean? Padasevanam.
Means feet.
Yes.
Sevanam, service.
Whose feet? Whose feet are we serving? Padasevanam.
Vaishnava.
No, Krishna. This is talking about bhakti to Krishna, this verse. Navavida bhakti. Padasevanam. How to do that? That's a different subject. But Padasevanam means to serve the lotus feet of the Lord. Archanam. Archanam. Not only this, not only that, it means everything in service to the Lord, in the deity. That means also offering artik. It means also offering bhog to the Lord. It means also cleaning the Lord's temple and His altar. Many, many activities are there in Archanam. Vandanam. What does Vandanam mean? Vandanam. To offer prayers. 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 Vandeham Shri Guru. Vanda. Vande. Vandanam means prayers. Whose prayers?
Lord.
We can speak from our heart, even in simple language, "Oh Krishna, help me. Oh Krishna." But the real prayers are the prayers that were composed and spoken by Krishna's pure devotees. That's what we learn, their prayers. When we do our Mangala Charana in the beginning, before speaking, then we say prayers. Whose prayers? The prayers of these personalities. And we try to realize what they are saying. See? Dasyam. What does dasyam mean?
Be servant.
Serve.
It means to become a servant. Yeah, all of these are serving. Shravanam, Kirtan, this is all serving. But the mood that I am the servant of Krishna, and I am the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. That mood is called dasyam. I'm not independent from the Lord. I'm not the enjoyer. I'm the servant. Krishna is the enjoyer. Huh? Sakyam. What does Sakyam mean? Sakyam. Friendship. Sakyam. Friendship. Why is Krishna to be regarded as our friend? Why is Krishna our friend, and that we should have a mood towards Krishna, that Krishna is really my best friend? Why? That mood of feeling friendship towards the Lord, what does that mean? This means that really Krishna is our very best friend. Why? Because in the Bhagavad Gita, he says that. You know, in the Bhagavad Gita, which verse? No, you don't know. Which chapter? No, you don't know. 5th verse, 5th chapter, final verse. Krishna is telling 3 things about himself to us. He's telling us. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam. Bhokta means I'm the enjoyer. Krishna is the enjoyer. Of what? All yagya, all tapasyas are meant for Krishna's enjoyment. Tapasya. Fasting is for Krishna, not for me. All tapasyas, all yagyas, all austerities, they're for Krishna's enjoyment. So therefore Krishna says, Bhoktaram yagya tapasam. I am the enjoyer of all sacrifices, of all austerities. Second thing that Krishna says, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. You know the word Maheshwar. Maheshwar. Maha Ishwar. Maheshwar. What does that mean?
Верховный,
Huh?
Верховный повелитель.
In English, tell me. What does it mean?
Highest Lord.
Supreme Lord,
Highest
Supreme Lord.
Like,
Supreme
Ishwara, what does Ishwara mean? Ishwara means that he is the supreme controller of everything. Of all planets, of all demigods, of everyone. Sarva Loka means all planets, Maheshwaram. I am the Supreme Lord. I am the supreme controller of all planets. This is the second thing Krishna is telling. And finally, the third thing is what? Suhridam. Sarva Bhutanam. Suhridam. Sarva Bhutanam. Sarva Bhutanam means all living entities. Sarva Bhuta. The Bhutas means living entities. So Sarva Bhutanam, I am the what? Yes, I am the friend of their heart. Suhrit. I am Suhrit. I am very, very intimate, well-wishing friend of all living entities. So we should understand this statement by Krishna that if someone accepts this, Bhoktaram, Yagyatapasam, these 3 things Krishna is declaring, if someone completely accepts me in these 3 ways, then what? Gyatva mam shantim richati. That person understanding and knowing me in those 3 ways, he will attain shanti. What does shanti mean?
Peaceful.
It means shanti, peace, peace. No anxiety, no worries, nothing. He'll be completely peaceful when he understands these 3 things about me. So, the term sakyam means friendship. So when a devotee cultivates this relationship with Krishna, oh Krishna, you're my best friend. You're always wishing me well. I should surrender to you, O Krishna. This is called sakyam. I'm your servant, but you're also my intimate friend. You always care for me. And then finally, Sakyam Atma Nivedanam. What does the term Atma Nivedanam mean? What does Atma mean? First of all, Atma. What does Atma mean? Atma.
Soul.
Self. In Russian, по-русски, self. Sam. Atma means myself. And what do we consider to be ourself? Well, in this material condition, we think that this body is ourself. And we think that this subtle body, this mind is ourself. And we also may come to understand that my very soul is my real self. Okay? So, when a devotee fully understands that myself, I belong to Krishna. My Atma is Krishna's. It's not mine. I don't even own myself. Krishna is the supreme owner and controller of all living entities and of even the material elements, okay? So Krishna is our Lord. He owns us. When a devotee embraces this full mood of offering your very self to Krishna, that's called Atma Nivedanam. To Nivedan means to offer. And you take in your hands and you make an offering to Krishna. But when you offer yourself to Krishna, and every level of yourself, your body, your mind, your words, your emotions, your very Atma, this is called Atma Nivedanam. This is called surrender. Without this, there is no surrender. No real surrender. Sharanagati means to surrender. What Krishna tells at the end of the Bhagavad Gita. Does he not tell this at the end of the Bhagavad Gita? What does he say? Sarva Dharman Prityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja. This is called Mam Ekam Sharanam Braja. Full surrender to Krishna. So these are the 9 processes of bhakti. This is our life. This is what we do. If someone asks you, oh, what do you do? Then you say, I do bhakti. I do 9 processes of bhakti. That's what I do in my life. If you ask most people, what do you do? They'll say, well, I work in an office. Or I'm the father or mother of this person or that or that. No. For a devotee, what do you do? I do my eternal service to Krishna. I serve Krishna. And I serve Krishna's pure devotees. You see? Krishna is never alone. Krishna is not by himself. Krishna is surrounded always by his pure devotees. Unlimited numbers of Krishna's pure devotees. So, when somebody asks you, who are you? What do you do? Well, I'm a devotee of Krishna. I serve Krishna and Krishna's pure devotees. That's what I do in my life. So this is full realization, okay? But now you have to apply that. Now you have to do practical application. All right, so we went over time. But you know, today's a rainy day. Today's a rainy day. And we're just sitting here talking about Krishna. We're not thinking, about the time. But we like rainy days, because on rainy days no one can go and do other things. So therefore, we can be chanting Krishna's names, hearing about Krishna. All these things we can do on rainy days. And then on days when it's not raining, then we can run here and there and do so many different services. Yes? Okay. So I'm finishing here. Such beautiful discussion from Sri Chaitanya Charitamritam. The day after tomorrow, is the disappearance day of my beloved Siksha Gurudev Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. And we will go to his temple there. And even though everything's going to be in Bengali, but I'm going to come and I'm going to sit on my little foldable chair and wait until they call on me, and they'll give me maybe 10 minutes maximum, then I'll speak something. But I'm also going to speak about Srila Sridhar Maharaj in the class after, on Tuesday. Then I'm going to begin Sri Guru and His grace, and reading the nectar that has come from Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. If I start to read the nectar that has come from Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, now it's beginning of August, probably it will take me minimum 1 year with our 3 classes per week. If I use every single class and I just read and spoke about Srila Sridhar Maharaj's teachings and his books, at least 1 year. You know, this last year I did one of the books. Did you know that? One of Srila Sridhar Maharaj's books I read from cover to cover in my class. What was that book? The Golden Volcano of Divine Love. Very wonderful. So, there's at least 10 important books from Srila Sridhar Maharaj. Takes time to read. So anyway, we have other books, we have other festival days. We cannot devote all of our time to that topic. But what I do is on the days when I'm not having classes, and even on the days that I'm having classes, I go back to my room and I open up my wonderful books. And I become so happy lying down, sitting up, reading. Oh, so much nectar. Yes, you should also learn how to do that. You should learn how to associate with these personalities who have written these books. How this Vani, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita, all the books of the Goswamis, all of this, what has been given by Srila Narayan Maharaj, the Katha of Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, all of this, it's an ocean. And we should swim in that ocean. This is our business. This is our business. Our business is to swim in the ocean. So you can also ask, or you can also tell if somebody asks you, what do you do in your life? And you say, I'm a swimmer. Huh? I'm a swimmer. Swimmer. Huh? Yeah, I'm a swimmer. Oh, really? You're a swimmer? Like, where do you swim? I swim in the ocean of nectar. Ocean of nectar? Where is that ocean? Ocean of nectar. Oh, it's right here. Come in my room and I'll show you my whole collection of the ocean of nectar. All this nectar from all the acharyas. This is the ocean of nectar. Okay. Gauranga Nitai Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Bolo. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Nitai, Jaya Gaur, Jaya Nitai, Jaya Gaur, Jaya Nitai, Jaya Gaur, Jaya Nitai, Jaya Gaur. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Om Vrindai Tulsidebai Priyai Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavachai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Vsya slava sabhrafshyam sya priyadanim. Hare Krishna.